All right, just a quick video. I just showered. I just got home. I have not slept at all, and I just want to go through with the whole Jackson Hole Symposium. I thought that I want to get this summary out quick. So probably you're going to be watching this on Monday. But anyway, if you want to know why on Friday the entire market basically crashed, if you look at Bitcoin, they basically went below 20,000. Right now, as of recording, it's about 20,000, hovering at like $20,012 actually. So pretty dangerous. Might actually even go below $20,000 at some point. Not sure. All right. So you want to know what actually happened during the Jackson Hole Symposium and why, or what Jerome Powell basically said that basically crashed the market. Okay, so it's kind of weird because it's not exactly something that we were not really aware of to begin with, which is why I'm so confused with this entire market movement. Okay, what Jerome Powell basically came out to say is that they're going to be tackling inflation a lot more strictly, and there's going to be a lot more QT happening. And to me, I thought that was a very, very normal thing. I that was kind of like my base case. It wasn't even my bear case. To me, I thought that was a very, very base case for that to be happening. Okay, Jerome Powell definitely needs to be tackling inflation. A lot of people think that, the market might want to pause on those rate hikes or even have a rate drop. I said it in multiple of my previous video that that's not going to happen. Okay, having a 0% month over month does not mean anything. Okay, if for the month of August, which will come out in September, for the August CPI, if we suddenly get something like 0.9% month over month or even 1.2% month over month, nothing matters. Okay, July 0% will just go shatter, done, gone. Okay, you think about it, if we continuously get 0% month over month for the rest of the year, we're still going to cap out about like 6% inflation year over year. Okay, 6% is still very, very far away from the 2% that we're actually going towards. So I don't think that that's going to be making any sense towards the Federal Reserve either. They know for a fact that if they were to start doing any sort of QE, okay, which is quantitative easing, okay, the market is probably going to like it, but inflation it will continuously roar upwards, which is going to be the biggest concern that they all have. Okay, so like I said, I don't think whatever Jerome Powell said in the 10 minutes is something that is exactly a huge surprise. Okay, but of course, a lot of people are thinking that what Jerome Powell is actually saying have a huge, well, not a huge, but like a higher percentage of it happening, which is a 75 basis point increment in September. Okay, personally, I kind of talked about it before. It's definitely going to be a 50 or 75. If they were to even think about a 25, I think I'll be very, very disappointed in Jerome Powell. I talked about this in previous video as well. I'm thinking base 50, bear 75. Worst case scenario, 100 or 125. I don't think he's going to reach 125, especially after getting a 0%. Okay, because ultimately we have to also take into consideration that all this quantitative policies that's going to be coming into the economy, okay, they are actually lagging. Okay, that means whatever's going to be happening right now, if we were to increase rates today, okay, we might actually start to see the effects 3 months from now. So we have to be forward looking as well. We cannot just say let's just raise the rates up 2%, 2%, and then we just go and cycle it back again later on. I did talk about how they should have done it in the first place, but since they are already going through with a progressive increment, I don't think they should suddenly just raise the interest rate all the way up, because that will just basically be rug pulling the market, and we will not be getting a pseudo recession. We'll be getting a very, very long extended recession. Okay, so that's kind of the difference in how they should actually be doing it. Right now, I think a progressive 75 basis point increment followed by a 50-50 to end the year would most likely be the most ideal way of them to combat inflation. I think that's how it's going to be. Of course, like I said before, this is also very, very evident. This is also very, very dependent on the fact that we need to see the CPI that comes out every single month. Okay, so like I said before, 0%. I didn't want to rain on the parade. Getting 0% month over month was great. Okay, the market was cheering for it, but I didn't want to be the wet blanket to say, 0% is not exactly that good, because everything can go back to the worst, a worse state, just like how it might possibly be happening in the next month's CPI. That was kind of my concern. So I didn't want to rain on people's parade to say that, oh, the market is going up, but hey, be a bear about it. I don't think that can make sense. Okay. And yeah, which is why I think that a 75 basis point increment, a very, very high possibility. And of course, if you actually look at all the panels from Bloomberg, CNBC, all of them are basically talking about it, and they're thinking 75 basis point is most likely going to be the way forward for the September FOMC meeting. Okay, so I think the surprise basically is that people wasn't expecting a 75 basis point increment, despite the fact that Jerome Powell said in the 2 meetings ago, saying that 75 basis point increment is not going to be very frequent. It's going to be a very rare case occurrence. But then after all, we already gotten 2 75 basis point increment, and getting a third seems unlikely. But of course, with what happened, with how Jerome Powell actually came up to say that he's going to combat inflation even harder, a lot of people are starting to think 75 basis point is likely to be the case. But at the same time, I do want to emphasize the fact that we could still be seeing a 50 basis point increment at the same time, because like I said before, if the CPI were to show up to be like 0%, 0.1%, negative 0.2%, something along that line, of course, I think a 50 basis point would also be a possibility. But let's be honest here, we are looking at WTI prices for crude, and it's not exactly going well. And I don't think we are going to be having a persisting downward inflection on the inflation. So just be prepared for us to suddenly see an uptick, maybe like 0.5, 0.6%. I'll make a more in-depth video for the expectation, I think. But I'll be overseas by then. I'm not sure how that will go. But anyway, this is just a quick summary video for you guys. Okay, it's quick, but it's about 7 minutes. But yeah, okay. Anyway, after this video, I'm probably going to go and sleep, but I'm still going to be uploading another video on Wednesday and Saturday as per usual. This is just an additional video for you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my content, me actually staying up past more than like 30 hours now, I don't know, okay? But if you enjoy this content, like and subscribe to my channel, okay? It really helps me out a lot. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.